New at 4, the war in Iran is already impacting your money. Drivers are experiencing one of the largest one-day increase in gas prices in history. According to Gas Buddy, prices rose nearly 12 cents today. That's the largest since Russia's invasion of Ukraine over 4 years ago. And joining us now is Gas Buddy petroleum analyst Matt McClain. Matt, always good to see you. I want to talk about these prices on the rise and what we can expect in the coming weeks. We're already seeing the uptick at the pumps. Walk us through how the strikes against Iran is quickly increasing those prices.
Yeah, we've got a lot of volatility in the crude oil market, and that's actually what is creating the financial pressure to move wholesale gasoline prices up. That's why we're seeing basically an acceleration in the price increases at the local gas pumps across this country and beyond. And we are noticing even an acceleration on that price increase. Yesterday, we talked about a 10 to 30 cent per gallon jump nationwide. That's well underway. Today, we tacked on an additional 10 to 25 cents per gallon within the next several days, possibly a week or two out, barring any de-escalation in the Iran conflict.
So from your perspective, what does the end game here look like? How long will this go on for? I mean, we've got, the ripple effect. We've got spring break around the corner. People want to travel, a lot of goods being transported. Where's the end game?
Boy, if I had that magic crystal ball, that would be great. But unfortunately, I don't. And so the reality is when it comes to a global situation, when it comes to crude oil prices, but especially when we have an ongoing conflict between Israel, the United States, and Iran on such an escalated way, the best and the most wise approach is to really do that calming, wait and see what happens, and then extrapolate an analysis based on what has already happened. We don't know what's going to happen even later today in the conflict or tomorrow or the day after. We have to wait until those things happen because there are so many scenarios that could negatively or even positively impact the price of oil and gasoline at the local pump, that it's really where we exercise a lot of extra caution because we want to be responsible in how we're reporting this to you and to those of you watching as well.
Oil prices is one thing. Do you think that we'll start to see things like airfare, delivery costs, or even grocery prices get impacted?
If we continue to see diesel, which is actually rising further, more, and faster than gasoline, that could have a trickle-down effect if these prices remain elevated for a longer term. A few days worth, not yet, but if we start getting into weeks or even a few months as a result of these types of prices, then sure, we are going to start seeing some shipping increases, trickling into the price point of all those products that you normally shop at on the grocery store shelf and in retail for clothing. These are very normal aspects whenever the price of fuel goes up. That has to be factored into the cost as well, but we're not there yet. We may get there. It's just all going to depend on when this conflict ends and when we can start breathing a sigh of relief that prices are coming back down, hopefully.
And when it eases or ends, could prices fall as quickly as they rose?
Typically, no. Prices don't usually fall as fast as they rise, and here's why. Let's look at the average mom and pop gas station on the street corner. They know that they have a future amount of gasoline that's coming on a tanker truck, and all of a sudden it has a much higher price point for that wholesale gasoline than the previous shipment that they got. They're going to have to raise prices in order to be able to pay for that extra shipment of gasoline. But then whenever the price point starts falling for wholesale gasoline, they still have all these reserves of the gasoline that they paid a higher price point for that they need to get through before they can start dropping the price for how the overall wholesale market would trend.
All right, Matt, you said it. We got to wait and see. Gas Buddy petroleum analyst Matt McClain, thank you so much for your insight and for joining us this afternoon.